Cześć, tutaj Lemonarczyk i zapraszam was do serii z Assassin's Creed 3. Jest to seria... Będzie to seria chyba prowadzona jako jedyna na moim kanale, co w końcu zaczniemy coś dobrze prowadzić.
But I'm getting ahead of myself. Better to start at the beginning, with the abduction of Desmond Miles, my son. This boy had no ambition, no direction, no plans for the future. What he did have was a heritage, one he chose to deny. It nearly cost him his life. He was captured and imprisoned. Those who took him believed he could help them find something. The apple. One of several artifacts we call pieces of Eden. Bits of ancient technology scattered across the globe. Some hidden, some found, all of them dangerous. Most are held by a single group, the same group that now had Desmond. You know them as Abstergo Industries. We know them as the Templars, as the enemy. We've been fighting them for thousands of years. Even longer if you believe the stories of their origins. I do. After all, I've seen the truth. That's the beauty and the horror of the Animus. A device that allows us to enter and experience the lives of our ancestors. It holds the power to change everything, to show us history the way it really happened. Up until its creation, to the victor went the spoils, went the truth. We're trying to fix that, to free minds and bodies both. But there's only so much that we can do. And the Templars have the upper hand these days. But something larger than the Assassins and Templars is approaching. Bigger than all of us. And if we can't find a way to stop it, these next few weeks will probably be our last. Everyone's last. In the end, it all comes down to him. To Desmond. Through the Animus, he discovered his heritage, explored the lives of his ancestors, and uncovered their secrets. When that was done, he trained. He used another ancestor to provide decades of experience in the span of a few days. It worked. We think. We hope. Soon, though, soon we'll know. That ominous date fast approaches, December 21st, 2012. None of us knows what it'll bring, only that this is where they want us to be. When it does. They've been guiding us in their own fractured, frustrating way. These voices from the first civilization. The ones who came before. A precursor race of immense power and uncertain motives. They're the ones who made the pieces of Eden. This is where they've led him, and through him, us. He stands at the entrance to this long-lost place, armed with the knowledge of Altair and the abilities of Ezio. He holds in his hands the apple of Eden, and we stand at his side, ready to support him, however we can. His name is Desmond Miles, and he has brought us to the end.
Więc Desmond nas doprowadził do... Tak doprowadził, że na koniec, do końca świata chyba nie dopuści, jeśli się nie mylę. No bo już mamy 2014 rok, to na to wnioskuję, że Desmond nas ocalił.
We're here.
Jest ostrożny? No nic nie bierze. O co?
Let's go.
Jego ojciec. Mój doktor i ci, co od samego początku z nami byli, przepraszam. I to nie ma z nami tej kapki, co była Assassinem. No bo ona zabiliśmy. No nie my, tylko Ezio. Desmond, jeśli się nie mylę. Desmond. Drzwi.
another moment, down went Alice after it, never once considering how in the world she was to get out again.
Jezus. Przejście go. Spójtujesz. Let's take.
I think we're here.
Mamy jabłko jeden, no. Oni tu przyjdą. Prawa nie wygląda jak tego. Zrujnowane, zawalone. Sprint, no nic. Stęki. Pragnę. Mamy print, to powiedzieć, pragnę. Jest okazała. Widzowiec.
The key. You must find the key.
Son? Sir.
Here we go again.
On wiedział.
Do you hear us?
Yeah. What happened?
The temple triggered a bleeding effect. You collapsed and entered into a fugue state.
So naturally, you dropped me into the Animus instead of, I don't know, making sure I was okay?
You weren't in
Prosto
any
jesteś
danger.
chory.
Besides, the temple appeared to be communicating with you, and I didn't want to risk severing the connection. At least not until we knew what it wanted.
Right. Of course.
Son,
No, it's fine. I get it. And I know what I'm looking for, by the way. It's a key. Just no idea where it is, though. Guess that's why she triggered the bleeding effect.
She?
Juno, Dad. She's talking to me.
Idę.
Okay, Desmond. While you were, visiting Constantinople, we picked up a software update for the Animus. I'd like to run a couple of quick tests, make sure there aren't any major issues.
All right. What do you need me to do?
We'll start simple. Walk to the marker over there.
Jezus. Escape. Gdzie są opcje? Opcje. Sterowanie. To nie to. reakcje. Mhm. What? Przezemnie to jest R. V. Cyfrowanie. Shift. No.
Okay, Desmond. Let's practice climbing on these objects.
W napadzie się dobrze wspina, ale nie chciałem wam tu na razie na padzie grać, bo... A jednak na padzie to jest trochę... Nie mam ogarniętego do końca pada. Chciałem wam tu...
Free run your way through this little obstacle course. That's a constraint. These are optional objectives that raise your synchronization rate. Alright, Desmond. Follow the on-screen instructions and kill the 2 Templars.
Mam ich zabić. Pobić. Bum. Pokażę mnie go. Jezus, jak się zwija z bólem.
All you have to do here is jump the gap.
Fajnie, zabójstwo z powietrza. Uduj go. Nie, dobrze. Strasznie. No wyłaź, że się robi. Spokojnie. Unity. Można tak na pierwszy rzut oka fajnie właśnie.
Synchronization levels look good now. We should be able to build the world. Time to find out what the temple wants from you.
Synchronizacja, pięknie. A my jesteśmy teraz... Kenway... Nie, Kenway, no.
Sir,
Nie wiem.
everything all right,
Hey.
sir?
Yes, fine. I'm just preoccupied, that's all.
Don't forget your invitation. Master Birch will be meeting you inside.
Thank you.
Where shall I retrieve you once you're done?
Front of the Opera House. And be quick about it. Don't expect to be here long.
I'll bring her round at once.
Od razu wiedział, o co chodzi.
Invitation, please. Shall I take your coat, sir?
Palusz.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are requested to kindly find your
Nie,
seats.
co do was chodzi.
Good evening, sir. This way, please.
My apologies.
Ale ładnie sama to robi. Podoba mi się. Wiktoriański styl.
Evening, Hatham.
Jest...
Reginald? I can't tell you how happy I was to hear they'd mounted this revival.
No,
Day's
wiktoriański
best work by far.
to jest wiktoriański.
Have you seen it before?
Once.
Nie wiem, nie chcę się marać
Here as a
historią.
child. Though I remember little of it. I don't suppose tonight will afford me the luxury of a proper viewing either.
No, I'm afraid it won't. On to business then. Do you see him?
O. Kim jest nasz kochany pan?
He's seated in one of the boxes above.
The stairs are watched. You'll need to find another way up.
I already have.
Wyjebane, z drugiej strony będzie widział. Dawaj. No.
1,000 pardons. So sorry. My apologies.
O, jak się kamera spikszowała. Ola, ola. Ola, ola. Nikt nas nie widzi, to co my ninja są. Przepraszam, nie przeszkadzam. Tu państwo. Nie widać mnie, ludzie patrzą. Jakieś babki idą po stole. Nic. A fajnie to odzerowali, że tak te zachowania ludzi w każdym Jezu, tego co nie umiem. Co nie umiem, to nie, tego co nie lubię. O. Czasami są takie skrzynki, co raz otwierałem, bo tak, że gdzie jest następstwo dnia i nocy jest tutaj. No i cały dzień to otwierałem. Udało ci się. Peraży Kraczewskiego. Jeśli chcecie, to sobie tu zatrzymcie, ja to będę przewijał. Tyle. Będę tak fajnie tego... Ja to nie wiem, jak to się mówi, nie? Tyle. Gdzie ta pani była?
Hatham. You should have come to me. We would have found another way. Yes. But then you would have known. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. As am I.
Nie wiem, czy nie jest ojciec. Jaki ma oczy duże. Brudy. Żeby coś, nie wiem, to starszy się mówi, nie? Nie, nie jest brązowy. Brudy tak jest.
Please! Over there! That man there!
Seize him!
Man was killed in the upper balcony. But I've done no wrong. I swear it. Any weapons?
I beg your pardon. Don't push him, please. Patience, please.
Let us peace, friends. There is no danger.
Ziomuś. Płaczą jak nawet ten. No nie widzi. Ten, nie znali go chyba. Coś.
Peace, friends. There is no danger. Imbecile.
Jest z niego jeszcze takie.
Where are you going?
Nie wszystkich łapią, ale nawet je złapią. Po co? Gdybyśmy godzinę stali, czy coś, czy gdzieś uciekali. Nie. Gościu zasadowuje. Jezu. Myślałem, że idzie ktoś tu z tych flash, tam mi się zdawało.
And how was the opera?
Rather dull, truth be told.
Shall we be off then?
Aye. To Fleet and Bride.
By your command.
I mamy wąż, czy jest ogon?
Fascinating. Gentlemen, I hold in my hand a key. And if this book is to be believed, it will open the doors of a storehouse built by those who came before.
Ah, yes. Those who ruled, reigned, and vanished from the world. Do we know what it is that will be held within?
It could contain certain knowledge. Perhaps a weapon, or something as yet unknown, unfathomable in its construction and purpose. It could be any of these things, or none of them. They are still an enigma, these precursors. But of one thing I am certain. Whatever waits behind those doors shall prove a great boon to us all.
Or our enemies, should they find it first?
They won't. You've seen to that.
I assume you know where this storehouse is?
Ah, Mr. Harrison.
Gentlemen,
How fare your calculations?
I believe the site lies somewhere within this region.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
My apologies. Were that I could be more accurate.
That's all right. It suffices for a start. And that is why we've called you here, Master Kenway. We'd like for you to travel to America, locate the storehouse, and take possession of its contents.
I'm yours to command, although a job of this magnitude will require more than just myself.
Of course. Upon this paper are the names of 5 men sympathetic to our cause. Each is also uniquely suited to aid you in your endeavor. With them at your side, you will want for nothing.
Well, then I'd best be on my way.
I knew our faith in you was not misplaced. We booked you passage to Boston. Your ship leaves at dawn. Go forth, Hatham, and bring honor to us all.
No, sekwencja pierwsza zakończona. Na 100 punktów zdobyliśmy 115. Niesamowite. Tak nas w szkole. Zrobiłeś stawione wszystkie punkty. I ten. Albo jest ocena do 6. A co? Wyjebany dostajesz 6. 2 dni. Nie wiem kończyć odcinek już teraz, ale jeszcze się powstrzymam i będziemy dalej lecieć.
Some fresh air might do me good.
Wiem, tu musimy przejrzeć tu się będziemy uczyli bić, chyba.
Captain?
Mr. Kenway.
I just wanted to thank you again for taking me aboard, and apologize for any inconvenience it may have caused.
Inconvenience would be an understatement.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
My ship was held in port for 2 days that we might accommodate you. I lost several contracts as a result.
I had no idea.
Of course not. You nobles are all the same.
And then all will be well.
Are you sure about that?
Of course. Have I ever led you astray?
Nah. No, you don't stick right with the others.
Have faith, my friend. You'll see.
Well, well. Seems our esteemed guest has deigned to grace us with his presence. You might want to head back to your quarters. Top deck's no place for tender parnells.
So I thought. And yet here you are.
Fancy yourself a joker, eh? Let's see how funny you find this.
That's enough, Graves.
Stay out of this.
Give him a douse on the top!
Drugie, parowa.
Finish the hotty-toddy!
Obij mu mordę.
Thinks he can swagger on up here and declare himself king of the castle.
Policeman, call this off. If the captain
To
sees
hell
us...
with the captain. And to hell with you, Mills. Whose side you on anyway?
No, rzucaj się. Wow. Musi uwalać.
We're ready to go again if you are.
This is unwise.
Why's that? You think I'm afraid of you?
No. But you should be.
I
Do you yield?
Never!
najlepszy czekać aż ten.
How do you like these odds?
What's the meaning of this?
Captain,
Explain yourself at once, Mr. Kenway.
these thought we were simply passing the time with a bit of sport, Captain.
How about you pass the time by doing your goddamn jobs instead? I wasn't aware I was paying you to loll about. A word, please, Mr. Kenway.
Oh, I nearly forgot. There's your knife, Ben.
Takie kurde zaczepnie, taki rzut tak. Oto swój nóż.
I don't care for you, Mr. Kenway. I've had nothing but trouble since you came aboard.
Your problems have nothing to do with me.
I beg your pardon?
You're a poor leader, ill-tempered and cruel, and it's clear
Jezu,
your
ale
crew has no respect for you.
jakie mam chęci.
Look, I don't want to argue. In fact, I need a favor.
Oh, this is rich.
I suspect some of the men intend to mutiny.
Really? What a surprise.
As I cannot trust any of them, I am compelled to turn to you.
And why should I help you?
Because if they do intend to betray, I'm the only hope you have of reaching America alive. Well, what will it be?
If what you say is true, what other choice do I have?
Thank you.
But let me be clear. Should you ever dare to insult or threaten me again, I'll not hesitate but to cut off your head myself. Are we understood? Excellent. Good day.
A więc... Nie, co by to zrobić? Random. Zdam. Lecisz. Lecisz, Kamil, lecisz. Ciśnij. No, normalnie i drzesz. Graj. Brawo. Ja pierd. Tak się brzydko wyraża. Więc w tym oto miejscu z takim wyrokiem zakończymy dzisiejszy odcinek, a więc wielkie dzięki za oglądanie. Trzymajcie się. Cześć. Pamiętajcie jeszcze o magicznym termometryku. Komentujcie. Bo dzięki temu możemy się porozumieć. Wielkie dzięki za oglądanie. Trzymajcie się. Cześć.